I've been beat up my whole life, but I always come out on top. I'm a two-time UFC champion, and you may hate that. Hate the money, the power, the girls. Hate my right hand. You know what I hate? I hate to lose.
Dog here with Eddie Sanchez. Walk us through the fight. You fought the mythical Crocop, and not many people thought you were going to last the first minute or 30 seconds of the fight, but obviously you lasted a lot longer than that. Walk us through the fight and what happened, what your thoughts were, and inevitably what went wrong at the end.
I give it to Mirko. He's not. They don't call him the number two. He's not the number two heavyweight in the world for a reason. He's definitely a great fighter. He's definitely a well-rounded fighter. I'm saying he has good ground. I've had a lot of black belts on top of me, and he has good ground. He's a complete fighter, and sooner or later he'll have that belt around his waist, and I'll work my way up the ranks again in the UFC, and hopefully I can fight him again. You never know.
One of the criticisms I had of this fight going in was that you're still young and you only have several fights in the sport, and it seemed to me that they threw you in against Crocop as cannon fodder. Did you feel that way when the fight was first announced, or not at all?
You hear a lot of stuff. There's a bunch of hype after every fight. You could say on paper it was a mismatch, but like MMA, it's you never know what can happen. Mm-hmm. I wish I could have thrown my hands a little bit more in the fight, and you guys would have seen possibly a knockout. But like I said, give it up to Mirko. He's an awesome fighter, and it's great to fight one of my idols. And I'll be back in the UFC a couple months from now, so a few months from now.
What did Crocop say to you after the fight? Did he say anything to you? Was he a man of little words?
He is a man of little words. I talked to him at the weigh-ins a bit. It was awesome. Like I said, after the fight, he congratulated me. I haven't talked to him yet, but what can I say? The fight panned out how it was for a reason, and Mirko, you'll see Mirko wearing that belt eventually, like I said. So.
Hey, what has Yusufa or Dana White said to you after the fight? Obviously, you came in, you fought well. You didn't just lay down and take a beating like everybody thought you would.
Dana went backstage after and really congratulated me, and him and Lorenzo, they thanked me for taking the fight, and they knew deep in their hearts that this was going to be a step for Crocop, because they know my potential being so young in the sport. I definitely have so much room to grow, and I'm going to take some time off and hopefully be back in a few months, so can't wait.